So today I'm gonna do the Q&A. Now, originally I had this like really pretty dress I was gonna wear, but I didn't know it was a wrap dress when I had ordered it. Once again, my highlights looking really good. Anyways, and I really liked the print and I really liked the way it looked on the model, but I could not tell it was a wrap dress. And it didn't say that it was a wrap dress in the name. It might have in the description. I didn't really look at the description. So I'm gonna go back and do that to check, because it was a Gwynnie thing. And I hate wrap dresses. I can never get them tight enough that they look right on me. And so I was really, really disappointed because the print of the dress was so beautiful and I really had wanted, and my daughter tried to help me with it, and it was just, wrap dresses don't look right on me. They just don't. And so I was really disappointed. So you know what? It's a snow day. It's snowing today, and I'm hopefully gonna have this up by tonight. I'll probably have it up by this afternoon. And so my daughter's home, I'm home, we're not going anywhere. So I'm just like, I'm just putting my, you know, PJs and bathrobe back on and whatever. Even though I have like this totally like great makeup on today. I'm really happy with how my makeup turned out today. So if you want to see, oh, so pretty. But whatever, this is how things turned out, and I'm just like back in my bathroom. So we're gonna get right into those Q&As in a second. I'm just gonna say first to please share and subscribe to my channel, and like I said, share it so that I can have more people check out my videos, and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. It really helps me out, letting me know what people like. And also hit that bell if you want notifications of when new videos come out. I usually have 2 to 3 videos come out every week. So now, let's get right to the Q&A. So first question comes from, because I'm doing the ones on Instagram first, and then I'm gonna do the ones that I got off of Facebook. So the first question on Instagram was from Smurf. Hi. And the question she had is, if you had a chance to collab with any makeup clothing company, who would you choose? What type of line would you create? A great question. And first, fashion wise, I would love to do something with Torrid, or Kiona. Both of those companies I have usually liked the clothing that I've tried on. And Torrid, I have, since they first came out, I had actually tried to get a job with them, but that's another story. But I would love to do a line with either one of those. The line with Torrid would probably be more edgy, which they do. They do edgy clothes and other clothes too. But with Torrid, I would definitely go for like more edgy clothing, more like rock and roll type stuff. And if I did a line with Kiona, it would probably be like my more romantic side. I'm not much of a pastel girl, but I would still like to make a more romantic and flowy type clothing, I guess you could say. So yeah, that's why we do that. Now, makeup wise, I would love to have a deal with ColourPop, because I love ColourPop so much, and I would love to do a line with them. I'm not sure exactly what I'd want to do. Also, I like, you know, like more edgy type things. So, but at the same time, one of the reasons I love ColourPop is they have so much punches of color. So I would want to definitely do a shadow palette with them and have some really like punchy colors and punch those colors, and you know, and some more like dark edgy colors as well. So like a palette that had like a mixture of like pops of color and some darker colors. And I tend to like a lot of shimmery colors too, but I think I would rather do that with JCab. J-Cat would be like my other choice. I'm in love with J-Cat, and they're really good at doing like shimmery, like glossy and stuff like that. And I would love to do some highlighters with them, like a whole highlighter palette with J-Cat, and also some of their 3D eye toppers, which I'm wearing one today. Love those things, and I would love to do some of those with them. So that's the answer to that. And then we're gonna move on, if I can get to the next question. And the next question comes from Comic Zealot. Zealot? Is that how you say it? Zealot? 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 Comic Zealot? I don't know why I can't say that word right today. It's just, what's wrong with me? I'm just tired. Anyways, her first question, because she has several, her first question is, what is your favorite memory from last year? What a great question. 2017 was a little hard, not as hard as it's been so far this year, but it was kind of a hard year. But I think my favorite memory is, my favorite YouTube memory from last year, I think last year is when I did the Q&A with my boyfriend, and that is my favorite like YouTube memory from last year, is doing the Q&A with my boyfriend. If you want to say like just a memory in general, I think my favorite memory from last year in general is the night that I got pancake. And he was brought to me, and I was just, he wasn't exactly what I expected, but I fell in love with him like immediately, and I love him so much, and I still do. He was out late last night and really was mad at him. I was pouty because he hadn't come in yet, and I was really worried about him. He came in late. He was like, bad kitty. And today he doesn't even want to go outside. He went outside for like 2 seconds, and he looked around and he walked back inside. He was like, nope. He's like, I don't like this weather. So the next question from Comic Zealot is, what are some of your favorite movies? Some of my favorite movies are Rent, which is, you know, based on a play. And I love that movie. I do like musicals a lot. Other movies that I have is Repo the Genetic Opera is actually a favorite of mine. If you've never seen it, it's very dark, kind of, I want to say steampunky, but not really. And it's kind of horror in a way, not like really bad horror, but horror, and yet it's a musical, and yet Paris Hilton is in it, and I don't want you to shy away from the movie because of Paris, okay? Because some people have been like, oh, I'm not watching that because Paris. Don't do that, because it's a really good movie, and she pretty much plays herself. So she ends up being pretty good in it because she's just playing somebody like herself. Although I think that Paris Hilton is smarter than people give her credit for. I think she plays dumb a lot, but that's just my opinion. Anyways, so that's like another favorite movie of mine. Interview with a Vampire, when that movie came out, I was really into Anne Rice. I was totally into the movie. I was totally into the books. I was so into that stuff. And Anne Rice, I still think, is a great writer. And yeah, I really like that movie. I'm a little upset that they're going to redo it because I don't like Tom Cruise. I don't. But I think him in that movie, I think he was perfection in that movie. I totally forgot it was Tom Cruise. Like, I think he is Lestat. So I'm a little disturbed that they're going to like redo it. Because Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt did a really good job. And Antonio Banderas. Like, and Kristen, like, there's a lot of good people in that movie, and it was done so well. I'm just, whatever. Anyways. So, and Princess Bride has been my favorite for a long, long time. However, it was beaten out years ago in my 20s. I went to see a movie at a time in my life where things were really weird. And there was nothing bad going on in my life. Things were just weird. And I went with these two guys, and we saw Chasing Amy, and that movie blew me away. And a lot of people are like, really? That's your favorite movie of all time? Like, that is, and it hit me in a way. I understood that movie so much. I clicked with it so much. I understood the female character so much. Like, I really, really do. I understood the things she said. I understood what she was going through. And I love that movie. So, there you go. That's my favorite movie ever. And of course, I love all the Marvel movies. I'm just gonna say that. Like, rarely have I not liked a Marvel movie. I've been disappointed maybe a couple of the recent Marvel movies, but for the most part, I like all of them. Even when they're not that great, I still love them. The next question from Comiczilla is, what is your current YouTube goal? Right now, I want to hit 1,000. That's what I want to do right now. That is my goal. And I'm hoping to do that by summer. So the more you share is really, really helpful to me, because I'd really, really like to reach that goal. It's, I'd wanted to reach it last year and I didn't even come close. And I was actually kind of depressed about it, that I didn't even come close to it. Like, I was depressed during the summer. I was like, there's no, how am I gonna hit 1,000 by the end of the year? Like, I was moving so slowly last year. I didn't understand it because the year before it wasn't that slow. Like, it was slow, but it actually got slower. And I was like, that's not how it's supposed to work. And I was really upset and disturbed. Because the people that were loyal to me were always like, oh, you're my favorite, you know, blah, blah. Like, and it was just like, what am I doing wrong? But, you know, it was just, I have been doing a lot better since October. I've been moving faster and faster. So I'm really hoping to hit that 1,000 mark by summer. So share. The next question is, do you have a favorite video you've made? Yes. My most favorite video that I made was with my boyfriend, and we made the video where he does my makeup, and you should really go check that one out. It's very fun. I'll try to remember to post the link down below in the description to that particular video. It's a lot of fun. It's a favorite of mine. And then, that's so funny. Lena 7623, hey, she said, have you ever had a dog? I guess people think I'm such a crazy cat lady. I actually love cats and I love guinea pigs too. But I do also like dogs quite a bit. I love dogs, just not as much as I like cats and guinea pigs. But I have had dogs. I've had quite a few dogs during my life, actually. I once had a pit bull. I've had a Shar-Pei. I've had a Doberman. I've had a Doberman Pinscher. What else have I had? I know I've had another dog besides that. I just can't remember at the moment. For some reason. No, maybe that is all the dogs I've had. Oh, how could I forget? I had a beagle, but not for very long because he was not what I expected. My dad had always talked about beagles being like great dogs, and so I got the dog and it was a mistake. But I didn't just surrender him. I actually went looking for a owner that knew how to care for beagles, and I actually found a veterinarian who had beagles already. She had 2 beagles, and also where I gotten the beagle from a pet store, which was the huge mistake. Don't get beagles from, don't get any like dogs or cats from pet stores usually. Even though I've gotten cats from pet stores before and they've been okay. Dogs especially usually come from like breeding farms, and I'm pretty sure he did, and he had a lot of respiratory issues that I also didn't know what to do about. And since this was a vet that took care of beagles, I felt very comfortable giving him up to her. And I did check in on occasion. So that was kind of sad though. I felt really bad that I made that mistake because I really do love dogs, but we already had a Doberman Pinscher and they were not getting along well. The Beagle was just had way too much energy for our Pinscher, and our Pinscher had a lot of energy, and this dog like just drove our Pinscher crazy. So yeah, we just couldn't. So and also had a really hard time potty training the Beagle, whereas the Pinscher had been so easy to train, and other dogs that I had was like really easy to train. So I was kind of horrified at how hard it was to train her. So, but we did find her a good home, which I feel better about, because I wouldn't want to just surrender her somewhere, and I certainly wouldn't dump him off somewhere. I keep saying her, but it was a him. Okay, so into some more questions. What other interests do you have besides makeup? This comes from Lisa Murthy Garza. I hope I'm saying Garza. Interests that I have besides makeup: clothes, obviously, cats, obviously, and guinea pigs. I do like to read. I, however, did not read as much as I used to. I think because the internet has made it so easy for me to like watch like a million TV shows that I kind of like, and I have a lot of trouble getting comfortable while reading because of my arthritis. I can't hold a book up that well, and when I lay down on my stomach and try and read, it's very uncomfortable for me as well. So it's been really hard for me to get comfortable while reading. I need one of those things. I saw one where you put it around your neck and it will hold like a phone or a book up for you, and that would be really awesome. And make it so easier. I have been reading more this year because I kind of like made a vow to myself to do that, and so I have been working on that. I also love comic books. I'm a pretty geeky person, and I also read tarot cards. My client base has gone down a bit, but so I'm really into tarot, and I am a pagan, so there's that. Yeah, and food, I'm kind of a foodie, and I do like to cook and bake a lot as well. So, from Andrea Trombino, I have, what got you into makeup? And what was the first makeup item you've ever bought? I'm gonna do the first makeup item I ever bought, because I think I was like 12. And I bought like a little eyeshadow quad thing. I think it was CoverGirl, and that was like the first thing I ever bought for myself. And my mom then after that bought me like some Avon makeup that she like, oh my goodness, sugar, really? It's gonna be one of those days. Could you please move out of the way? Come on. Yeah, out of the way. No. So yeah, that was the first makeup item I ever bought. What got me into makeup? Now, as a young person, I was just very girly, and I wanted to wear makeup, and I really liked clothes and makeup as a kid. My mom wore makeup, but only like to church, really. And then if my dad took her out to eat, which wasn't that often, she would like wear makeup, but for the most part, there was not a lot of makeup. Hello, sugar. Everyone can see you. Yes. Yes, they see how pretty you are. So, but what really got me into makeup, actually, I've always liked wearing eyeliner and a certain amount of makeup, but I really didn't do like full face makeup like I do now until a few years ago when I started, actually, before I started YouTube. It was a couple years before I started YouTube that I started wearing more and more makeup, and it actually was to hide some skin issues that I was having. And a lot of people didn't even notice that I was wearing makeup because I wasn't wearing a lot. I was just wearing enough to like hide those skin issues. So, and then when I got into YouTube, I got into like the highlighter and craziness, like where I'm wearing full faces of makeup, and I love it. I fell so in love with doing it, and I fell in love with like doing it on YouTube. So YouTube got me really into it. Omnia. I'm not sure how to say your name right, so I'm sorry if I say it wrong. Omnia Dmad. Oh, she didn't have a question. She just said she would think of some. So I don't know if she ever got around to giving me a question. So we'll move on to the next one. Next one is Layla Harrell. And, oh, these were more questions because I'm going backwards on the Facebook ones. So this is a couple more questions that she had. How old were you when you first started wearing makeup? I just answered that question, I think, a little while ago. I was like 12 when I first started wearing makeup. I didn't wear a lot, though. My mom didn't let me wear a lot, but I would wear as much as I could get away with. And what or who inspired you or introduced you to it? And I think we kind of just went over that because what was the first makeup I made? Because we kind of went over that with that stuff. YouTubers kind of inspired me to go full face. And when I was younger, it was just like, you know, my oldest sister, I have 2 sisters, but the oldest one wore makeup and my mom wore makeup here and there. And that kind of like made me want to wear it. You know, you see these people in your family wearing it and you're like, oh, I want to wear that. I want to be a big girl. So, okay. And then we have Kat Firth. What made you start your YouTube channel? I think I talked about that just recently in a different video, but it was basically, I was going on YouTube and looking at all these different, you know, tutorials and stuff because I was trying to figure out more and more ways to like hide, my skin issues, but I also was just wanting to like try like different styles of makeup out and eye looks and stuff. And then I ended up watching more and more and saw all these unboxings and all this craziness and was like, my friend really was like, you could do this. This is something that you could do. And I needed a way also to find a way that I could do something productive and hopefully eventually make money at it from home because my health issues were so bad. And it's very hard to get hired when you can't, when you only have experience in retail and some restaurant work, but you can't really stand for very long anymore without your knees giving out on you because of the arthritis in my knees. And I can't really walk around a lot either. That kind of makes those jobs kind of hard. Nobody really wants to hire you when you can't do some of the things that you need to be able to do. I got cut off there a little bit. So I'm gonna go to the next one here. Christina Sanders asked, top 5 beauty items on your wish list right now. One is that new Kristen Leanne Urban Decay eyeshadow palette, the one with the really bright colors in it. There's 2 eyeshadow palettes she came out with, and I love them both, but the one that I really want is that bright, pretty one. The next item would be, this is hard, there's so many things I'd really like to get. I would really like to get the mascara from L'Oreal. Excuse me, the Paradise one, I think it's called. It's supposed to be just like or even better than Sex Mascara. So I'd really like that. Then let's see, number 3. Or are we going backwards? That would be 5, 4. So this would still be 3. I would really like one of the Gwen Stefani perfumes. I don't know if that's considered a beauty item. Yeah, perfume's still a beauty item, right? I would really like one of those perfumes, or the Pink Sugar perfume, which I hear they're getting rid of, which makes me sad because I never was able to buy it. I only smelled it and knew I would really like it. So number 2, really that Kristen Leanne thing is the number 1 thing I would want. So I'm just gonna name 2 other items that I would really want that's on my wish list right now. Would be I don't know, to be honest. There's so many things I'd like. I'd really wanted the Jaclyn Hill Morphe eyeshadow palette. I never got that either, which I really would have liked. And I would really, my phone, I would really, really like to try the ColourPop, more of the ColourPop eyeshadow palettes. I only have one of them and I would like some more, please. So, and Christina Sanders also asked, what brand do you want to try that you haven't tried yet? That is an excellent question. And it's Sugar Pill. I really, really want to try some Sugar Pill makeup. I have not gotten a chance to do so. It's just something that hasn't happened. Even though I admire everything that I've seen. I admire the company itself. And the owner, CEO, person, Shrinkle. You can find her on Instagram as Shrinkle. Shrinkle, and she's so cute, and I love the way that she does her makeup, and I love watching her on Instagram stories. Not only her, but all her cats. She is a cat person, and what I really like is that she saved the cat. They have a company cat that is in their offices. That's where the cat lives. She has her own cats at home too, but this cat is the office cat, which they saved out of a dumpster. They found this cat, like, barely any fur on it, and it was like a mess. It had so many problems, and they brought the cat to the vet, and the vet was like, forget about this cat, and she was like, no. And she, like, nursed that cat to health, and it is this big, fluffy orange cat named Turkey. Turkey the dumpster cat. He has his own Instagram too, and he is so cute, and I love watching him on his own Instagram stories and on her Instagram stories. And then the makeup they make is so good. Lots of drag queens love their makeup. I've noticed that. She's friends with lots of drag queens, including Kim Chi, who is like one of my favorite drag queens. And the makeup is so colorful. It really pops. It really just looks like something I want to try. So I'd really, really like to try that brand. Have you reached any goals you have set yet this year? I don't think so. Like, my main goal for the channel is 1,000. So I haven't reached that. And it's only been a couple months here into the year, so I don't feel bad about not reaching any goals, because it's only a couple months into the year. I got lots of time. Do you have any current small or big goals you are going for right now? As we've already said, the 1,000. And trying to read at least 30 minutes a day, which I've kind of slacked off on a little bit recently, because there's been so much stress going on in my life. The next question is from Jen Mercer, and is, where would you like to travel, if anywhere? So many places. I really have always wanted to see Stonehenge, and I've always wanted to go to Ireland, Scotland, and Italy, because those have to do with like my heritage. I think they would be really fun places to go. I think now I would like to also go to Japan, mostly to take my daughter there, because I know it would really be something for her to go there. And I think I want to go to Canada. I've never even been to Canada. The only place I've been to is actually Australia, and it was a long time ago, and it was only for a couple days, believe it or not. And I don't have much of a memory of it, except that of a kangaroo situation. I'm finding out that kangaroos are not the cute cuddly beings we think. Like, found out that. So, and she also asked, TV shows or movies you're looking forward to watching or that you are enjoying currently. Looking forward to watching Jessica Jones season 2. Comes out like next week, and I'm actually gonna have to wait a couple days. I don't have to, but I'm going to, because my friend and I are gonna like watch it together. And it's also March is our anniversary month. I have an anniversary with my best friend. I know that's kind of silly, but we do. I've had a lot of friends, good friends before, but I have a certain odd kinship with my Wendy, which has been on the show before. She's been on the show. The channel. Sometimes I call this the show. It's not really a show, it's a channel. She's been here before, and I have lots of fun with her. And for the most part, we have some of the same opinions, not all the time, which is good, and that's healthy. We shouldn't think exactly alike all the time. That would be kind of boring. But the thing is when we argue, we don't hold on to it. We don't hold grudges against each other. And that's kind of the problem I've had during my life. A lot of people that I've had arguments with are just like so angry at things, like even small things, that they never let go of it, and the friendship's over. And it's just like, wow. It's like, it just really always surprised me, and it seems almost kind of childish. Also, friendships that ended because of serious things, but never like finding out the whole story, just getting mad at me from what somebody else told you and then taking off. And it's like, are you serious? Like, you're just gonna drop our friendship because of something somebody else told you without even finding out the story from me, not even asking me? That really bothers me, especially if they're longtime friends. It's like, wow, how much of a friend were you really when you don't even bother to talk to me about something? Just my opinion. Anyways, where did that come from? This was about TV shows and movies. I'm of course looking forward to any Marvel movies that are coming out. That's always the truth. I'd really looked forward to seeing Black Panther, but now I'm unable to go see it, and we'll have to wait for the DVD. Was looking forward to Wrinkle in Time, but now I'll probably have to wait for the DVD for that too, unless something crazy happens. But that's okay. It's okay to have to wait for things. And TV shows I'm currently enjoying, I don't know. John and I have been watching Stranger Things. We will probably start watching the second season of Shannara Chronicles soon. And Bianca and I watch Lucifer, and we watch a lot of TV shows together. Really, right now we've been rewatching Project Runway from the 6th season, because for some reason seasons 1 through 5 are not on Hulu. I think it has to do with the fact that it used to be on a different channel at that time. So there's that. Oh, okay. Now, Layla's, what is your favorite makeup brand? And it says, okay, I'll let you pick 3. My favorite brands are ColourPop. JCat has become one of my favorites. And I think NYX, actually. And all of these are inexpensive. If I was going to pick a 4th one, it would probably be Urban Decay, which of course is not as inexpensive as those. They're actually kind of expensive. I used to really like Too Faced too, but I had some issues with Too Faced, but now I'm starting to feel like maybe I'll buy some Too Faced things in the future again. We'll see. Favorite song ever. That is so hard for me. I've never really had like a favorite song ever. I go through phases of like different music that I like, and then I'll go back to it again. It's just, I can't really say. I'm sorry. That's like a question I don't know how to answer. There's so much music that I like and so much music I don't like too. I'm a hater of country music. I know that's gonna have a lot of people go, what? But I really don't like country music. Drives me crazy when I would watch Snapchat and certain YouTubers would be playing like country music, and like I would be like trying to get through their snaps that were like, I don't want to watch your country music snaps. Yeah, it's very grating to me, that music. It just is. Some people don't like rap music. I don't like country music. And some people don't like pop music, and I actually really like pop music quite a bit. And I like rock and roll, but to try and tie me down to just one song, it's impossible. I couldn't do that. I couldn't even probably say what song are you really liking right now, because it'd be like, I don't even know. I don't listen to music. I love music, but at the same time, I don't listen to it as much as I used to. I don't know a lot of the new stuff that comes out. It'd be very hard for me to say that. Anyways, I'm gonna just move on. And the last question is from Layla. And it is a very silly question. Can Pancake come for a visit? No, Layla. Pancake cannot come for a visit. He stays here at my home. If you want to see Pancake in person, you will have to come for a visit to Vermont. I suggest coming when the snow is gone. Or possibly in the fall is a very good time. You know, come see the changing of the color of the leaves, things of that sort. Go to the farmer's market. Get some local maple syrup. And that's all I can say about that. Pancake cannot come visit you. I'm not even sorry about telling you that. Okay. And that's all, folks. It seems like a lot more questions than it actually was, I guess, but there you go. There's my question. I think Pancake actually is trying to get in here right now, because the only cat in here is Sugar, and I locked the door to keep the sound out. It might be my daughter, though, because I just heard whispering. So anyways. Oh, it's Cat Lacey that's trying to get in. Anyways, that is everything. That is all the questions. I really, really appreciate all of you that have given me some questions to answer. I also really, really appreciate all of you that watch. I love all of you so much. And yeah, don't forget to share and subscribe. Bye-bye, kitty cats.